everyone, my name is Brianna Smith and today I'm here at RUNABEAT Media London headquarters, joined with a very special guest. I'd like to welcome Tina Tammi.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, thank you.
That's very good.
Yourself?
Quite good. So my first question for you is, can you tell us about your musical journey and how your discovery was for your passion for rapping?
My musical journey started as young as, I'd say, about 11, when I really realised that I had a passion for music was just by being in school, playing around with my friends, like beatboxing, spitting over some literally our beats that we were making up ourselves. And I think shortly after, like, the response that I got from my peers made me realise that this is more than just fun for me. It's something that I wanted to do and take seriously. So ever since 11 years old, I've been writing music and I've been just trying to perfect my craft since then. So
it's definitely been like an ongoing passion for a long time.
Yeah.
So how has your cultural heritage influenced your musical and lyrical style?
My cultural heritage, I think, has a lot to do in terms of my dialect. Like, so I was born here in the UK, but I was actually raised in Jamaica. So the first 7 years of my life, I was in Jamaica. So I think the accent, the patois is embedded in me. I don't think, even when I'm trying to like just be, I don't know, it's just, I think it's very strong. Everybody will always tell me, you know, your accent is very dominant. And, but I feel like because of that, when I write my music, I rap most of the time, but because of, like I said, the influences of my culture, I'm always mixing my sounds. So you always hear the lingo of the Jamaican mix of the UK sound and what have you. And that cuts across every music, every sound that I do. So whether it's like rap or dance, or you always hear different styles infused as one, basically.
So what has been your biggest musical influences, both within the rap genre and outside of it?
I've got a few, to be honest. I think in terms of the rap music, when I started listening to Nicki Minaj, I think she came out at a time when I was in about year 7, year 8. And she was very current with her thing. She was doing her thing. When I listened to her, I was like, yo, I could sound like this. Like, I want to do this. But, like, differently, there's so many other artists that inspire me. So, like, I don't even want to... There's so many. I can't even think of them at the top of my head right now. But there's a number, like, seriously. If I should say, even in the dance art space, I love Massacre, I love Vybz Kartel, I love Mova. Like, there's a number of them. It's a lot to get into.
Do you think you have any personal traits you like to embed for your music?
Personal trait, like, give me an example of what would you say?
Like maybe in each song you add a specific line or a type of, I don't know.
I don't know. I might come back to that one. I'm not sure.
So what has been your most significant challenge that you had to overcome in your career so far?
To be honest with you, I think everything that's happened so far, whether it being a challenge or not, I don't see it as a challenge for me. So, like, regardless, I always have God in the midst of everything. So it's like I find my way through these things. And I don't think I've embarked on the serious challenge yet that's put me in a place for me to say, I don't think I've experienced it yet. I think there's so much more to come. And when they do, then I'll be able to say, this is.
So can you talk about your experience performing at Brit Weekend 2023 in Montego Bay, Jamaica?
So I was saying it was BritJam, but that whole experience for me was crazy. Like, it was mad. I feel like the whole going to Jamaica on a whole, from the jump, from start to finish, it was like a whole learning experience. I learned so much about myself. I came out of my shell more. Being on BritJam itself that night was an overwhelming experience. Like, seeing the people that was to come after me, the artists that were going to perform after me, like 450 and others as well. It was just a real, like, I don't know how to describe the feeling, but it was just like, I don't know, it was overwhelming just to say, you know, this is the start of something big for me. And like, there's so much more to come from it. So I appreciate that experience. I've learned a lot from it, and going forward, I know there's going to be so much more just like that, and bigger as it goes along. So
Would you say it's one of your biggest accomplishments so far?
I think in terms of the crowd that I had there,
Yeah.
the exposure that I had there, possibly. Yeah.
Okay. So during your music, do you want to convey any specific messages or themes?
For me, the most important thing that I try to portray in my music is for, I wouldn't directly say young women, but for people who listen to my music,
Yeah.
is just to be you, be your authentic self.
Yeah, definitely.
And don't stop at nothing, because for me, like I said, my spiritual beliefs are very real in my life, and no matter what I go through, I always try to just know that there's a bigger purpose, there's a reason why I'm here, there's a reason why I've been chosen to do this.
Yeah.
So regardless of what whatever it is that you've been chosen to do on this earth, find that purpose and just push it 100%. There's nothing else.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's the messages I try to, like, even my song that I done with Sir Spiral, we did it. That song is, if you listen to the lyrical content of that, it was a lot of me explaining to, like, feeling overcome, like, you know, triumphant moment, and feeling like, yeah, I'm here to do this, like, we did it, and anybody that can sing that we did it, it's like, you know.
And do you think when you're producing your music, you have a specific target audience, like specific age or gender?
I don't know if I would say I directly target it to a particular age group, but I think for the people that listen to my music would be predominantly the younger ones that are like myself. Yeah.
So during approaching the process of creating new music, have you got any like rituals that you do?
For me, I don't really say rituals, but what I do like to do is pray prior. Not all the time, don't get it twisted. Like, sometimes I might have a drink first, and then but like majority of the time, say for example, even if I have a mind block, like I can't think, something's going on, it's always prayer. And then that brings me right back to the job.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it opens your mind.
Yeah.
So have you got any specific collaborations or features with specific artists? I know you mentioned some before.
I've got a number of collaborations at the minute, which I'm quite excited about, but nothing has been like put out just yet. Everything is falling into place as it should at the right time. So I don't want to speak on them yet.
Yeah, okay, fair.
I know the majority of them that I'm speaking on, the songs have already actually been recorded and been done, but they just haven't been put out. So when the time is right, people will hear what they should hear.
What about your dream collaboration?
There's a number. Like I said, if I could get Nicki Minaj on a song, that would be it for me.
Yeah.
I won't lie to you.
Well, you heard it here first, everyone. Tag Nicki Minaj so that Tina Tammi could collaborate with her.
Yeah, that would be it for me.
So can you talk us through your latest single and the process behind the scenes of producing it?
So my latest single, Mix and Blend, man, that song is one for me. So that whole experience came about when I went to Jamaica for the BritJam show.
Oh, okay.
So while we were there, I was there for a week. So we had a very busy schedule, from studio to interview to the show, what have you. So when we went down to the studio, me and my team, Dapper shouted, I think I was Bling Dog, and said, you know what, we need a beat or whatever, like, for me to get some song done. Anyway, the person what we ended up getting through to was Suku Ward. So like Suku directly sent us over a rhythm. And when I heard it, it's like I had not written or done anything yet, but I had like a few lines in my mind that I was working on, but hadn't, like I said, gone any further with it. When I heard that rhythm, for example, now, it's like everything just kicking. You know, like they say something is meant to be. Like
definitely. The
first I heard the intro, like, people, like, wake up, it was mad. And it just fell into place. Went into the studio, recorded the song in less than like 20 minutes. It was done. Yeah, it was crazy.
I feel like when that happened, you felt a sense of like you were meant to be there.
Yeah, even Sukuwad himself, like when he heard the song, because he wasn't there on the day when I recorded it. He met me after the song was recorded. So when he came down to the studio and he listened to the song, he was like, it coming like the song was make feel like the rhythm itself was sitting there waiting on you. So for me, that was like, I said, overwhelming. Yeah.
So my next question is, what are your thoughts on the current state of the UK music scene, especially in relation to like female artists?
I think the UK, they're doing their thing. Like there's a few artists that, I'm not gonna lie to you, that I like their style and what have you, but I still feel like there's definitely a space for me somewhere in there, I feel like there's a space for me.
That's good. Keep
but
positive.
I do appreciate what we have at the minute, and
Yeah.
there's a few of them now. Like I said, I listen to and I think they're cold. They're doing their thing.
Yeah.
So I can't hate. I'm not a hater. But yeah, definitely room for Tammi.
So how do you handle criticism and negative feedback? And have you got any advice for people wanting to pursue a music career?
So for the criticism and negative, for me, I understand that no matter who you are in this world and where you are and how far you go, people are going to criticize regardless. Like, you could be the toppest of the top and they're still going to have something to say. So it's just about learning to block that out and be tunnel vision and be in your own lane, like your own world. And what was the last part of the question? What would I give advice?
For people who suffer from negative feedback.
Like I said, zone out of everything, tunnel vision, focus on where you're trying to go. Because everybody else, from they have something to say and it's negative, they're not really trying to push themselves anyway. Like most people that have so much to say about other people, because they're not focused on their own life and where they're going, that's why they have so much time to sit down and focus on what you're doing. So, like, it's not even relevant to me, in my opinion. So.
I think that's definitely a very good mindset. Yeah. So what role do you believe social media plays in the music industry today? And how do you utilize it to connect with your fans?
I think social media has made a major impact in these late days. I think it's given a lot of people exposure. Like, so even independent artists that didn't have access to like a record label to give them the promotion or give them the exposure that they need, they're able to do these things at their own disposal. Wow. Get the words right. But yeah, they have access to just make their own with everything. You can go on TikTok and you can set your own trends. You can go on YouTube and create shorts and reach your fans. Instagram, Facebook, everything. You can connect directly with the people, tell them, have direct conversations with them. So I feel like it's made a major difference.
Do you think to you personally it's benefited you?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So have you got any memorable encounters with fans that has like left a lasting impact on you?
Oh man, there's definitely a few. And to be honest, one that continues to stick out the most to me is throughout my time of doing music, I haven't always been 100% like releasing and on top of everything. Like, I started really taking music 100% seriously in the last 2 years. So even though I've been writing for all that period of time, right? I feel like every time when I've not lost myself or fell off, but not been as active, I've always had people that I didn't even think were like really checking up on my music. They're like, when's the next song dropping? When are you doing this? When are you? And I'm like, wow, it's like, it made me, realize that people are actually waiting to hear new stuff from Tammi. I says it's encouraging.
And how important is using a platform to address social issues or advocating for positive changes to you?
Very important. There's so many issues prevalent today that need light and need speaking on. And I think a lot of people might choose to hold back or maybe are scared to express themselves in regards to those situations. But the media is very good at highlighting these things. And I think it's important that people do take the opportunity to express their opinions and views on certain topics. So yeah.
Do you think you would express your opinions like through your music in the future?
100%. I think that's my biggest form of outlet.
Yeah.
So anything that I do have to say, whether it's a personal issue or something that's happened around me through observation or something that's happening in the world, music is my biggest way of sharing that moment, highlighting that. Yeah.
So have you got any long-term goals as an artist or where you want to reach into the future?
100%. I don't want to put my mouth and say I want to be here by this and by that. And I just know that with God's timing and with me doing everything that I'm supposed to do and can do within my best to the best of my ability, I know that 100% without a doubt, I will get to the best level that I can get to.
I think definitely you can't like plan every single situation. Yeah, but I feel like you will know when you're striving, when you're improving and reaching for the top.
Yeah, 100%.
So how do you stay motivated and inspired creatively, especially during times of uncertainty or creative blocks?
Staying motivated for me is it's crazy now that I've not really shared this much with many like interviews, but I've recently had a baby, and for me, my daughter now is my biggest motivation.
Yeah.
So like no matter how I wake up and I feel in the morning, it's once I look at her, it's like I'm smiling now thinking about it. She makes me feel like there's nothing in this world that can stop it. And for me, when I have the blocks, when I can't think and I can't write, I'm getting emotional now. Like I said, I pray a lot. I'm a prayer warrior. I pray a lot. So when it comes and I can't, I'm just like, God, you know, this is my journey. Like this, you paved this way for me. I didn't get up and choose this for myself, you know. So allow me to express myself in a different light. Allow me to be different. I don't want to be like anybody else. I don't see the person, like as much as I say I love Nicki Minaj, I don't idolize anybody, and I don't want to be like anybody. She just made a mark for me to say a woman can be this dominant, a woman can be this powerful and still, you know, have their life and still be a woman at the same time. So that's just what I want to do. But yeah.
Do you feel like when you're performing and doing all this production, you're doing this for your daughter to show her 100%. That you are capable?
100%.
Yeah.
Even if I thought I was motivated before, man, I'm telling you, since I've had her,
Keeps
now I'm motivated.
And have you got any advice to young women pursuing a career in music industry? It kind of links to like what you were just saying.
Be yourself, man. Be authentic. Everybody else is taken.
I
don't think there's anybody else you can be and still be great. Like, you're not going to be them, so just be you. And believe in your craft. Believe in yourself. Believe that God created you uniquely for that reason. So love that. And I'm still learning to love every part of me more every day. I'm still learning about myself every day. So keep learning about you. Once you become a master of yourself, there's nothing else in this world, innit? So.
And have you got any like behind the scenes or funny stories about your time in Jamaica?
I actually do, and I think I'm gonna start doing some little maybe shorts on YouTube
I
or
listen
something.
to that.
To share some moments. I'm a little bit like weird in my life. Like sometimes it can be very private, but like as a musician, you have to be so like a bit more transparent. So I will share some. I will share more.
Okay, stay tuned for that, everyone.
100%.
Lastly, what message would you like to share with your fans and listeners who have supported you throughout your whole journey?
I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been supporting the journey and continue to support me, because like I said, you will not be disappointed. The journey is for us. When I get there, it's like, it's going to be an emotional, rewarding feeling for everyone. So stay with me. And before I leave, I just wanted to say I'm dropping my EP. I'm working on something very special, so my EP will be coming out very soon.
Stay tuned, everyone.
Yes, so working directly with Sir Spyro, and he will be producing everything. So I'm very, very excited to say that when it comes, it's going to be a madness. So please do follow all my socials, which is Tina_Tammi_ on everything. And yeah, I'll catch you over there.
And I'd just like to say thank you for coming to RUNABEAT Media London headquarters, and we wish you all the best for your future career in music.
Thank you. So just a little piece
my
from
little
EP. It's like, life's frank, I keep a diary like Anne. To all life's sick, can't even trust my right hand. Sketches on my life, I'm feeling like the hanged man. I made a blueprint, they know I had a bigger plan. I trust no shadow after dark, I keep it on my nightstand. Defend my team and then I shooting, talking Rio Ferdinand. You win and then you lose. Dog, I swear you lose if you snooze. Mad. Just stay tuned. It's going to be a big one still.
This is Tina Tammi, very talented, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Remember to like, comment and subscribe to RUNABEAT and hit the notification bell. Also, don't forget to follow ours and the artist's socials below.